On today's show, we've got the scandalous high school marching band. Belly is upset. One of us worked a wedding, and it definitely wasn't me. So I can't wait to get to that. Blackout drunk, numbers are going crazy, how to meet girls off of the phone, and fighting for your right to party in DC. It's all coming up right here on Luch Dog in the Morning, folks. Strap it on from TTR Studios.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Skater D.
Hey, I'm John Charles Meyer, producer of Dave Made a Maze.
Hey, what's up? This is Scott Ladati, author of Play the Devil, and you are listening to Luch Dog.
Luch Dog. Luch Dog.
This is Andy fucking Cruz from SiriusXM 415, and you're listening to Luch Dog in the Morning.
#1 podcast in the world. Yeah, boy.
Welcome back, folks. Man, we've got a fun one planned for you guys today. Something huge is happening. Our podcast is blowing up. Welcome to the show, my beautiful, wonderful, fantastic listeners. It's awesome to having you guys here every single Wednesday and Friday. We're giving $100 away today. Belly Matt LaBelle across the way. What's up, my man?
What's going on? I'm awake.
I am so proud of you. We'll talk about why he hasn't slept in 30 hours because the Caps are the best. But, of course, Matty Potts from LA. What is up with you, my friend?
Greetings and salutations. Good morning, boys.
Dude, we are so pumped to do this today because not only are we giving away $100, but we've just got a whole lot of funny things that are happening around us. And so we wanted to get to it. Braxton Blue is here, TV producer extraordinaire.
What's up, what's up?
Glad to have you, man. Thanks for making the early trek out there. You slept at somebody else's house the other. Everybody's just running on fumes. We're all like the Capitals right now. Just
never stop partying.
We're all fighting for our right to party. And so we wanted to talk about that 2 seconds. Obviously, Belly went to the Belly was not at the Voice of One Wheel show yesterday. He was at the parade. We're going to get into all of that. But we've got to do a little peeling back of the curtains because something is going on at TTR Studios, and it's happened before, but never like this. Have you guys seen our numbers lately?
Yeah, you keep sending them to us. Yes, I've seen.
If you would like to infuriate me, that's exactly how he knows it. This is a married couple where you know that's gonna piss me off, and he does it just to see the look on my face. You motherfucker! I love you, man.
I don't think that it's possible not to see the numbers right now, though.
And what I'm talking about is obviously I have been sending them and freaking out over here, but I was trying to set up the story.
What the numbers are.
I was trying to set up the story. Hey, have you seen the numbers? No, what do you mean?
Right.
How much have I been talking about this?
So you know how you got mad at me that one time where I'm not saying thank you enough?
Yeah.
Every time I've walked into the living room, the first thing that he said to me isn't like, what's up? It's usually, what's up, buddy? How's it going?
Oh, my
Anything
bad.
like that. No. It's literally been the last 2 days. Have you seen our numbers? Did you see what I was sending you in the messages? You haven't responded. Did you see? Did you see?
Hello, stage 3 clinger.
You guys, you have no idea how hard it is to get something like this off the ground. You guys do. Listeners, maybe you don't. But let me tell you something right now. When you does anybody watch Silicon Valley? It's like if you do watch that in the end and they finally get that inflection point. And yes, it's a whole bunch of Chinese phones that are just trying to steal his IP address or whatever, his IO.
That's what they're doing, sons of bitches.
But really, when you sit here and you download and you know that we put together a quality show.
Yes, we do.
This is a good show, and it's not just because my mom tells me so.
We are very proud of that.
Okay.
Thank you, Auntie Lynn.
My mom doesn't listen because we talk about too many dirty things.
Which means we're probably a great show.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I know we do a good job. We put everything we have into it as if we were being paid and had to do it because we had people telling us, hey, if you don't do this, you're going to be fired. No. We do this because we love the way it's growing. We love the listeners and the social media lounge. Good morning. What are we serving today, Potts?
Just coffee, black coffee, straight up. I mean, we need to kind of kickstart this morning. So,
sober up.
But look, we're gonna do the continental breakfast like you would get at any crappy like motel where there's like some cereal and milk that's 3 days expired and some kind of really hard croissants. But sorry, we've been really busy.
Those rock solid Cinnabons are just so bad at a Hampton Inn.
Of course they are.
Belly, you probably crush a continental breakfast.
No, continental breakfasts are the worst. I usually eat like the fruit But no, there's nothing good at a continental
Well,
breakfast.
if you're smoking weed like Brax thinks you are, you'd be crushing a continental breakfast.
That was a misstep.
All right, so here's the deal. Long time ago, back before Potts, back before Brax, back before Belly, we had two other co-hosts on. This is the beginning of Luch Dog in the Morning, and I almost got fired because of this. But it all started because, basically, just so you get the, I'm going to Tarantino this, our numbers are blowing up. And yes, I know, I've been very rude to Belly and Potts.
Not really, though. He's
texting
just,
them.
We're glad Adam gets this excited about it because it means he's 100% in. He's ready to go. He wants this so bad.
I want it so bad. Right. I took radio jobs. I left my family to go across the country to realize that all I want to do is this. I want to make this work. I don't care if you give me 50,000 listeners, but I have some shithead program director telling me how to be funny in his eyes. I'm not doing that. Like when you have somebody say, hey, you need to be more like Howard Stern. And I'm like, oh, cool. Okay, sounds good. And then the next morning I go on and I say, hey, on the air, would you rather have sex with a goat, but nobody knows you do? Nobody will ever know that you did. Or not have sex with a goat, and everybody you know thinks you did. And they drove in that day, and they heard it all on the air, and they're like, oh my God, you're fucking crazy, man. You're a crazy man. It was hilarious. But, like, you can't be saying that kind of stuff on the radio. That's really pushing the envelope. You just told me to be Howard Stern.
Do you enjoy having sex with the goat that nobody knows about? I'm just trying to figure out, because, I mean, yeah.
What would you pick, Potts? What would you pick?
What, if I was enjoying bestiality?
No, sicko.
Well, I mean, you have to clarify. I mean, most people
nobody
enjoy
enjoys
having
it.
sex with a goat.
It's you either have sex with a goat, but nobody knows you did. You only get to pick one. You either have to have sex with the goat, but nobody will know it, or you do not have sex with the goat, but everybody will think you did.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, because I don't see how I could even get hard for a goat. I can barely get hard like normally. So, I mean, you know.
When I wrote the... Yeah, when I...
So funny.
We are giving away $100 a little bit different today. In fact,
Goat's just not attractive enough.
I just wanted to get into the show so fast that I skipped all the house cleaning things. So here's what's going on. For the $100 giveaway, you have to wait until after the show today, and you have to comment below the funniest comment. Actually, the comment, it's got to be based on today's show. When you go below the video and you make your comment, whichever comment gets the most likes by 8 a.m. tomorrow.
8 a.m.'s a little quick. We
8 a.m.
want
tomorrow.
more people to listen to it.
8 a.m. tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow's a far away day.
I got to give it out tomorrow. No. All right, so I will give it to you by 10 a.m. tomorrow. 10 a.m. tomorrow. By 10 a.m. tomorrow, you have to
we'll
comment.
Announce the winner at
noon.
Noon?
Yeah.
All right.
So I'll announce the winner at noon tomorrow. Good job. That's why Belly keeps me straight here. He's my producer. And
give people time to watch the show. It's a whole hour.
Well, let's go. You should be watching it live. What are you waiting for?
Right. And the comment can't be, was the goat hot?
No, that's fine. I'm fine with that. Yes. As long as it had to do with the show. You can't just say, hey, I hope I win. You got to have a comment that has to do with the show. You comment below. Whoever gets the most likes on their comment will win $100 on noon tomorrow.
Not the funniest comment that we've said of the show. Okay.
No. It's not our comments. You guys,
gotcha,
you listeners, leave a comment below the video. Guys, it helps our engagement rates. Obviously, we're giving away $100. We're doing it because we're helping our numbers. But yes, we're thanking you for helping us by giving you $100 in return. So we need engagement rates. Your comments in the social media lounge all count as comments, which is amazing. So that really helps us. But we want now the comments below. If you could comment and just... whatever it is that you say something original. It just has to do with the show. Whichever one gets upvoted the most, we will give you $100 tomorrow. And if it's a tie, I got you, Potts. If it's a tie, we're just going to whichever one is on top.
We're just trying to buy your love by making things up, like Auntie Lynn made up Little Boys Day for Luch.
Boys Day is real in China.
Boys Day in China.
Thank you, Belly.
Boys Day, it's Boys Day.
So I said that wrong. I want to go by which comment came in earliest, so it'll be the lowest comment. If a tie goes to the lowest comment, because that's how it goes. All right, now, our number is back in the day. We're like 10 per episode. 5 per episode. This is 5 years ago. This is back in the beginning, back before I did any radio. We started this. And then all of a sudden, Potts, do you know about Vietnam?
Like the Vietnam War?
Okay, so all of a sudden, we started getting 250 downloads a day from Vietnam. What the fuck?
Good morning, Vietnam.
Like, we're just sitting there. We go from 10 to 12 to 14 to 8 to 7 to 250. And we're like, whoa. And I can see where they're coming from. And it's Vietnam. And I'm like, okay. And then the next day comes and it's Vietnam. And then the next day comes and it's Vietnam. 250 a day. And we started saying on the air, like, hey, Vietnam, I don't buy it. Somebody from Vietnam, call me, text me, quote, something, comment. And we couldn't find anything. Like, nobody would engage or respond from Vietnam. Before I continue this story, Potts is going to be piping in non-spirational quotes anytime you hear this sound.
And, where's my mouse? So, Rome did not create a great empire by having meetings. They did it by killing all people who oppose them.
So once I see all these Vietnam numbers, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't believe it. It's like cautious skepticism in me. I don't believe it. And for whatever reason, those numbers are coming in. And I don't care if it's real or not. They're helping our rankings. And then we climbed to the top. We were like 13th podcast overall out of 16,000. Because of this.
On what? Like iTunes or something?
On Podomatic, which is where we post ours. Yeah, it's like a podcasting host.
Yeah.
So that happened, and then like a year later, the same thing happened from Wichita. We used to get like 100 downloads a day from Wichita, Kansas. Is there even 100 people in Wichita, Kansas?
Hello.
I've driven through Kansas, folks. There's nothing. It's just flat. And basketball. That's it. But I'm telling you right now, the reason that I'm telling you guys this story is because it's happening again. But this time it's a little bit different because last time what happened was Wichita started coming in, but we were like, wait, this isn't working because nobody's commenting. I keep saying, Wichita, call me. Anybody from Wichita, call me. And so we're like, okay, but they're not calling. And we started thinking maybe it's just like this like server farm where everything is going through Wichita and it's showing that the downloads from all over are coming in through Wichita. We couldn't make sense of it. But whatever, our numbers were rising us up the charts. And then we got to number 2 overall behind... 2 in comedy, behind a podcast called, and listen, I'm going to preface this with saying no racist anything. Not that you would, but I almost got fired and because of my co-hosts and what they said. So you three, be careful.
Go ahead.
I almost lost my job because my podcasts, we saw that we were number 2 and they were number 1 and the name of their show is The Black Guy Who Tips. So we thought they would have a sense of humor. And we kind of like challenged them in a show and tagged them online, like on Twitter. And we were like, we're coming after you. Hopefully you enjoy that number 1 spot because we're coming to take it. And in the show, my co-hosts said some racist fucking things, like terrible things. I did not. My boss called me and said, you either have to rip down your podcast or I have to fire you. I listened to the whole thing. You didn't say one thing bad, but your co-host did, and it's under your name. And this is bad. Yeah, we were trending on Twitter because like it was bad. I didn't have any radio training. I didn't realize. Part of me didn't even realize anybody was actually listening. You know what I'm saying? It was like my young days of broadcasting where you learn the wrong way. You can really offend some people. They started. Oh, dude, they heard our show. They started posting on my job's Facebook page. You employ a bigot racist. They did a whole show about us called The Dude Bros, and they just roasted us. We were trending on Twitter. I ripped down my whole YouTube page, lost about 15 original songs because I was just freaking out. And I ended up talking to this guy, and you know, we put it all underneath the bridge. But dude, you got to be careful. And I am still to this day like ashamed of what we said on that show. It was bad. It was bad. And so the reason I'm telling you this is because I have certainly learned from this. I know we say some funny shit on this, $100 hand jobs, but we don't offend any. We don't come after anybody. And that was definitely our fault for not contacting them first and say, hey, let's have a fun little back and forth. We just kind of came after them and they weren't having it.
No,
they were not having it. Belly, you got something. You're chomping at the bit.
I just wanted to let you know that the largest population cities in Kansas, Wichita's at the top with 389,000 people.
38 people. Did you say 38 people? 38?
389,000.
Thank you. So
38 people.
38 people.
They're all 38.
What's happening now is we just got about 1,000% boost in both Luch Dog in the Morning numbers and Voice of One Wheel numbers. And so the difference is these are not all coming from one place. Potts, how many? Can you even name half the countries that we were downloaded yesterday?
No, but I mean, thanks to the people of Pashtuania and Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan! Oh, Borat! Yeah, no, I mean, I'm serious.
No.
Sverige?
So
I don't know where Sverige is.
I was laying in bed with baby. I was laying in bed with baby mama last night, and I was showing her the graphs that you had sent me, and she was like, and it's so funny because she's being so supportive. She's like, "Oh my gosh, that's so great! Look at you got like 40 downloads in what?" And I mean, I'm like, yeah, I mean, this girl is like has a college degree, and like she literally, I think there was like some symbols in some of the names.
Yeah, some of them are like Russian
letters.
Symbols, like China, like Beijing has just symbols. I'm telling you, we were downloaded in like 60 countries yesterday alone. And like 1,000% of what we usually get. And I can't figure out why, because Voice of One Wheel and Luch Dog in the Morning are not connected anywhere. And they both just got like, as if they both hit a chart and just like got visible, and just for some reason they both just took off. So, and they're from all over. I'm talking like 55 cities in the US and like 60 different countries. So thank you to everybody who's listening. We promise to continue to crush this for you, but I didn't know if you guys ever knew that. Like, we've had this happen before, but it was total bullshit. This one is not, because it's all coming from different things. It's all coming from different places. Town and Country, Florida. Who even knew that existed? Who even knew?
We've got some weird city names. We did that last week.
And yeah, in fact, we could do even more of that on Friday. So Friday's show, we're going to do the Magic Pill. We're going to talk to you about the documentary that Potts is just fired up about with Brax. We're going to do a little debate on eating healthy and the right way to take care of your body. It will be funny because Potts doesn't get more passionate. I could tell you right now, I'm going to kidnap his mother, and he would not get as passionate as he does about food. Not about food.
Why haven't you watched it yet? It's been like days. What's up?
Bella, you want to take this one?
Well, basically what happened was it was 11:30 at night, and he was like, "You know what? This is a good idea. Let's watch that documentary Potts was talking about." 5 minutes in, he's like, "I can't."
Okay. There's two
I wasn't
sides
gonna watch it.
to every
I wasn't
story.
gonna watch it either. I wasn't ready to watch a documentary at 11:30 at night.
He was having no part of it. No part of it.
I watch documentaries to go to sleep.
You're right. And we had just watched like a movie or something. What did we watch? What movie did we watch? Oh, Beer Fest.
Yeah,
we were watching Beer Fest. That ended, and then I was like, you know what? We got a show coming up. Potts wants us to watch this documentary. And dude, we got 5 minutes in, and it was just like, all right, I'm gonna have to watch this when I'm not falling asleep. So I will watch it. I promise. We will do that on Friday. But Belly is upset already. He ain't having any part of it.
Dude, watch the damn movie with an open mind, not with the intention that you're gonna change your diet or anything. Just watch it for information.
Braxton, just keeping it general. Is it worth me spending however long it is on this?
Absolutely. I was honestly pretty mind blown by like quarter of the way through.
All right.
Which is exactly what happened with me. And literally me and Brax have been like texting all week, just kind of like, you know, little nuggets here and there and talking about like things, that snacks and stuff you can have. But like, just watch the damn movie.
Horny goat weed from the G-Spot brand in the social media lounge. Everybody wanted to know about the race for the rail. It says one woman, one wheel. That's what I thought, but these are all coming from different places. And I'm telling you right now, it's Luch Dog in the Morning. It's not just Voice of One Wheel. So things are happening. We will see you guys in just a second. On the other side of the break, we're going to get into Belly and why he's upset at high school marching bands. It's all next on Luch Dog in the Morning
at litmradio.com.
Pay the man, baby.
Marinate Restaurant puts a unique twist on fast casual dining by starting with only the freshest ingredients to slow cook delicious melodies of tastes and colors that are sure to delight your senses. Whether you're craving the Chipotle pulled pork sliders, honey basil chicken tacos, or the infamous kitchen sink wrap, Marinate has something for everybody with tons of vegetarian options too. It's the perfect choice of catering for your offices or events with fast and friendly service from a brand new store on Melrose and Western. Stop by today, or you can order online at marinateyourlife.com.
Yay for Taco Tuesday! Don't forget, buy one, get one free. All damn day!
Tacos, wraps, sliders, and sides. Slow cooked to perfection at Marinate Restaurant. marinateyourlife.com.
You guys are so hot right now.
What's up, y'all? It's Maddie Mads here. This show is sponsored by TTR Studios. Whether it's weddings, parties, karaoke, audio, video production, and all your entertainment needs, call TTR Studios, LLC at 703-850-2223 or check them out at ttrevents.com. Start the show, Luch.
Welcome back, folks. All right, we got a big one to go, and we've got a whole lot to do with not a lot of time, so we're just going to get right into it. From TTR Studios, you know you want that $100 that we are giving away to you today. Well, it's really tomorrow. Noon tomorrow is when we will give it away. All you have to do is watch the show and then comment below on anything relating to the show. You can comment whatever you want. It just has to relate to the show. Whichever comment below the video gets the most likes, you will win $100 PayPal to your account tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern time. I'm joined by Maddie Potts, Braxton Blue, and Belly Matt Lavelle, who is upset. And let me tell you something, folks. When I coach, I'm going to preface this. We're going to talk about the scandalous high school marching band. How we get there, that's up to Belly. But I would like to at least preface things by saying I taught middle school. It can be uncomfortable. Yes. And I am not a pedophile. I am a good person. I am a normal person. I'm going to tell you right now, when you teach middle school, first of all, middle school kids look a lot older these days. Let's just leave it at that. Especially girls. I don't know what they're putting in the water, but like, you see girls walk around in middle school that could pass for like Maxim models. And it's just like, what the fuck, dude? And you see that in a middle school classroom, and it is a awful feeling. Because as a man, your eye immediately goes to it, and then you think, what the fuck? At least you should.
Yeah.
And that's what Belly did.
And that's exactly what I did. Now, also to preface this story, I worked on Monday night. I got out of work at 3 a.m. I decided then, I was like, well, if I'm going to go to this parade, I can't go to sleep tonight. So instead of going to sleep, I stayed up literally 30 plus hours to go and party in parade.
Like, who does that, Potts? Look at this kid. I mean, the dedication here, right?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Potts, we were doing a show yesterday. I was complaining about my hurt elbow, and somebody from the social media lounge called for your whiny baby sound. That's what we needed. They were asking for you, man.
So I got there early enough. Oh.
Eagles may soar, but weasels don't get sucked into jet engines.
Boom. So basically, I got there early enough where I was right up on the parade route. I was between 9th and 10th on Constitution. I was right on the gate. And it was an awesome time. I mean, getting to see everything roll through, it was great. But part of the parade was 2 high school marching bands. And great, good on high school marching bands. I guess it was also like their drill teams that are part of the marching band to like kind of.
No, drill team and marching band are very different things. Drill team is like the dance team. They're like the hot cheerleaders.
That's why I said it was a drill team and a marching band and a drill team.
Gotcha. I guess I heard that wrong.
So basically, I was going through watching the parade. And as the parade's going by, the first group comes by. The drill team is literally these girls dressed very provocatively and moving very provocatively, like meant to be in like this sexualized moving to like catch the eye. But I'm just sitting there thinking, are you kidding? Like, these are high schoolers. Why are they doing this? Like, this shouldn't be part of the parade. I'm fine with just the band. I don't need this like sexualization of these high school girls.
And I'll tell you, man, those, like, if they're wearing something scandalous, your eye might be tricked for a second, and there's nothing wrong with you for seeing way too much cheek, turning your eyes like seeing the girl who's flashing at the Caps game.
Yep.
And then realizing, oh my God, that's inappropriate.
Yep.
Like, that's built into our genes. I don't want you to feel like you're a bad person for noticing it. You'd be a bad person if you didn't think that was wrong once you realized what was going on.
Well, the second group that comes by, literally as they pass, you realize it. Every single one of them, you could see 75, 80% of their ass.
Potts, do you realize? Do you believe this? He's calling 75% cheek. I don't buy that.
It was.
I mean, I think Belly knows cheek.
I know my cheek percentages pretty well. I can see when there's basically a whole ass out. And it was a whole ass. It was almost a whole ass.
As long as it's not a middle school girl, if it's an adult, is there anything hotter than underbutt? Would you rather underbutt or underboob?
Under boob all day long.
Brax, get the mic. Underbutt or underboob? Which would you prefer?
All the way.
Underboob?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's under boob.
Under boob, belly?
Even if she doesn't have boobs, it's like I still think it's hot.
If you don't know what we're talking about, obviously they're just saying a t-shirt that's cut, so it's just showing the bottom inch of their boob.
That's probably the hottest.
Is that what you're taking? Come on, man! I want to see underbutt.
Underbutt?
Oh, that underbutt cheek. That little cheek.
There was no underbutt. It was whole butt. Though.
Okay, we're not talking about the middle school. I don't want to go there at the middle school.
Why are we talking about middle school butt and boob?
We're not. I don't want to cross the paths. Okay, back to that being extremely inappropriate.
It's just I don't
buy marching bands doing that. Marching band is usually like stuffy, like the Green Bay Packers cheerleaders.
No.
Like turtlenecs.
Not this time.
Right? And then the drill team is the Redskins cheerleaders.
These DC high schools were all underbutt, showing everything. Ridiculous. I can't believe that they even let people let them out this way.
Potts is going to be a parent of a daughter. Potts, this is going to be something that's going to be in your life soon. Yeah. You're going to have to watch what your daughter leaves the house in. How are you going to handle that, man?
Not well. Not well at all. I mean, the answer is simple. She just doesn't leave the house. I mean, I don't know what's so hard about that.
Lock them up.
Yeah.
I see this is how I see this going. Maybe this is wrong, but I see Potts' father-daughter relationship going like this. If you want to take the span of from age 0 to 30, I think they're going to have an awesome childhood, like 0 to 6, 0 to 10. And I think the high school years, they're going to butt fucking heads like this. They're just going to clash heads. And then right around 22, best friends.
No.
Right.
That's how I see it.
I kind of see it that way too, because the problem is the day when she brings home a 16-year-old version of me, I am going to absolutely lose my shit. I'll tell you that right now. And I know every trick in the book. Like, this girl ain't pulling nothing on me, and baby mama is already super concerned that she's going to be the pushover. And so that means I'm going to have to play, bad cop even worse. And yeah, I'm not having any of it just because I know what was on my mind when I was, when I was a teenager, and it's just, I don't know. You just hear all these horror stories now about roofies and drugs. And I remember the first time I did roofies, I didn't even know what roofies were. We roofied ourselves.
We did roofies.
Who started the sentence? I remember the first time I did roofies.
Right. Well, I mean,
what?
People just did them?
We did them voluntarily. We thought it was going to be a hoot. And I remember I had to go to the bathroom, and I was I couldn't even stand. My friends one friend had to hold me up. The other one had to pull my pants down and literally hover me over the toilet so I could pee. And I mean, dude, it was sketch. And then I remember I started drinking that we had jungle juice or whatever, and I had sprinkled Fruity Pebbles on top. And so I was all messed up. My lips were so red from drinking this red juice that when I went home, I had to go home. My buddy Ned called my mom. He was like, "Hey, can Matt sleep over tonight?" She goes, "If he's not home in 15 minutes, I'm calling the fucking cops." So my boy takes me home. My mom, the second I walk in, my mom is on cop patrol, and she's all up in my face, sniffing, and she goes, "Are you wearing lipstick?" And my friend had to go, "Oh no, we were drinking punch and someone spiked the punch."
How old were you when you were trying roofies?
16.
Oh my god!
And so literally, I'm not even being literally 2 or 3 weeks later, it was all over the news that Rohypnol, the date rape drug, and I'm watching the news. I'm like, "Oh my god, we did that!" But from that point on, it was you don't do roofies. So
Belly, why did you say no when I did the life path of him and his daughter?
22 best friends. 22-year-old girls are the ones that are really going to be getting into trouble. I don't think
man.
Potts is going to be super upset and thinking about the fact if he decides to pay for college for his daughter. I doubt it, because at that point college is not going to be worth it.
Yeah, he's going to tell her
all.
not to go.
Right.
Which you should.
I will absolutely tell her, unless she wants to be an attorney or a doctor, to not go to college. You're absolutely right. I won't, and I won't let her get a student loan either. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah. And it's one of those things where if she does happen to go away from home for those years of her life, she's going to be going out doing things that Potts is just not going to approve of at all.
She's not. Potts, you're going to be the guy on Bad Boys. You're going to be Bad Boys coming to the door with a gun in your hand, scaring the
when she goes to
boyfriend.
college for the first time, comes home on winter break, and then stays out till 3 a.m., he is going to lose his fucking mind.
I need her to get through all schooling. That is the sketchy, like all the high school, middle school, and then college, because that's where all like the debauchery happens. And once she graduates, if she ends up going to college at all, I will feel a little bit in the clear.
Let me tell you something. Where you need to be nervous is middle school.
From the social media lounge, it's true. I didn't get into trouble until I was 22.
Really?
Yeah, that's from a female listener.
Some late bloomers for sure.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Potts. Like I'm telling you now. I taught middle school.
She won't do that.
I will say it. I know this is inappropriate. I'm not blind. You see girls in middle school walking around. Their thongs are hanging out the back of their jeans.
And I'm mad. I'm mad as a male adult
see it.
because I'm like, if I have a daughter, I'm fucking upset.
That's my reaction to it. But imagine the 14-year-old boy who's sitting next to her, seeing that thong out. Seeing these girls in middle school with like double D's now. I don't know where it comes from, but like something's in the water around here. Like I made a comment to a woman I was working with, and I was like, is it me? Or do these girls look like they should be in high school? Like, what the fuck is going on? She's like, no, I don't know what's going on. This is absurd. And maybe it's just because of the clothes they're wearing. But like, dude, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't remember girls looking like that. And I remember when I was in 8th grade, I remember the name of the girl. I'm not going to say it because I remember her name. But I remember just because she had maybe C-cup boobs at that point, she was like the talk of every
the
boy.
hormones they're putting in the milk.
Oh,
This is
dude.
the social media lounge.
Probably. But every boy knew that girl's name because of her tits. And we were in 8th grade. That's the age that you got to worry about. They don't know any better. They don't think about having kids. They don't think about diseases or anything. They're just like, it's cool to fuck in the bathroom. Awesome. Let's do it. This happens, folks. You got teachers fucking in the bathroom. Did you see that story the other day?
No, but teachers are banging out all the time.
I don't, that doesn't surprise me at all. You go into these schools, it's nothing but 24-year-olds straight out of college. And they're going to happy hours. They're all just as bad as the kids in these meetings. They're texting each other. They're sexting each other.
Right. We're all human.
Right.
I mean, why are teachers put up to, I guess they are put up to a higher standard, but they still need to have sex. They're still, and the fact of it is, even with all this Me Too stuff, people are still going, the majority of relationships start at the workplace.
Yep.
So, and that's the only unfortunate, one of the unfortunate things of this Me Too is that, it makes dating even that much harder, in my opinion. It's like, oh my God, now, I hate Tinder. I keep getting ghosted. And now I can't even, tell Sally at work that I like her blouse because I'm trying to flirt with her in some way innocently.
I hear that completely. That stuff that crosses my mind. Braxton, you're at the microphone. What's going on?
Yeah, no, I was going to comment on the teachers being like fresh out of college and they're all just getting as fucked up as all the rest of us. Like, a lot of my friends from school, like I'm 24, they're all teachers now. And like, we go out on the weekends and we get fucked up.
Teachers party hard. Teachers party hard.
Can you show the G-Spot video that you showed me? Can you show that during a break? Is that on the internet somewhere?
Yeah, I probably can.
If you can find that, we're going to continue this conversation. If you can find that, that'll be awesome because he's right.
Teachers party hard.
Belly, when I was teaching at age 24, okay, 24.
They got to deal with a lot of shit.
No, it was 26. I was teaching special ed. I got put in a half room. So it was one of those full classrooms that halfway through, they had that like fake wall that would slide and lock. A partition, thank you. We shared this half room with only 13 desks and then 2 teacher desks right across from each other. And it was me and a smoking hot 24-year-old.
Okay.
You're going to tell me that nothing's going to happen?
Yes.
Clearly nothing happened because it was me. But in a typical situation where the guy's got game, it's game on. You're spending 200 days a year in a confined space. I mean, the kids
sharing the same problems because these kids are like insane.
The kids would call us mom and dad.
That's why workplace relationships typically start, is because you're sharing like the same like venting things where you're just going back and forth, like being each other's like balance to the workplace.
Belly, people actually bond over hating something together more than they bond over liking something.
There's a dating app for
together.
that.
There is. No, he's right. You will bond if you want to go on a date and really bond quickly. Talk about common dislikes. That will bond you guys together. It's like, oh, you hate that too. I can't stand when they do that. That is such a stronger bond than, oh, I also like walks on the beach.
No.
I really thought that was a good joke. Nothing? Okay. So, Potts.
Walks on the beach.
Potts, I wanted to take this. It's very good that you said that because we're going to do the whole third segment on Potts did a wedding, and he's got all kinds of questions for us. But before we get there, you had mentioned, Tinder and Bumble. Now, we know Potts deletes these every week.
They're all done now.
I'm done with it.
I haven't been on them in months, honestly.
Well, now he's in something that's way better, and I'm really just happy for him. He's with
so it worked out.
His baby mama, and they're working on finding a new apartment.
And we met on Bumble.
Look at that.
Boom.
So here's my thing, Potts. I'm no good on paper. All right.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm no good on paper.
I think you're way
fantastic
better on paper than you're great in real life too, but you're really good. I'm gonna just jump out of this hole. I'm digging.
What are you saying?
That's you, Luke.
Give yourself some credit. And now the reason you're not good on paper is because your weekends
aren't
free.
Let him out of this, Potts. Explain.
If at first you don't succeed, try management.
Try management?
Yeah,
that is pretty good. As a manager, that is pretty good. All right, so no, it's true. I'm not great on paper. I'm not the most attractive person in pictures. I got a Italian nose. I'm balding. I'm 5'7". Like when you're basing this all on is he hot? No. Is he hot? No. Is he hot? Yes. Is he hot? No. Like I don't do well on those.
Right, so you're saying the stats aren't in your favor?
The stats are not in my favor on Tinder or a Bumble.
I mean, as far as the Italian nose, there's a very simple solution, which my mom helped me with. Get a nose job.
I'm not down with that. I am who I am, and you're going to love this nose. It just means I can smell you coming. Now. Get belly. TKO. Get him with the...
Smell you coming.
I can smell you coming. Take it how you want.
Wow. Oh, there you are. I could. I heard you coming. I smelled you coming to the door.
Did I sneak up on you? No, I smelled you.
Oh, gross.
Exactly. What are you smoking, man?
Right.
How can you smell anything with how much you're smoking right now?
Christmas trees are so strong right now. It's not my fault.
So you're saying you're horrible on paper, but this is the A game right here?
Yes, because I can make jokes like this. I can make you laugh. And 9 out of 10 Bumble profiles say if you can make me laugh, like you 100%. Win. But I don't get that chance because you swiped left because you saw my nose or you saw my hair. Or maybe you just, I don't know. I actually have some people who think I'm very attractive. However, this is not is Luch hot or not? This is what I'm trying to say is this is not for me. Like, this is not my space, right? I need to start finding girls that are not online. I want to talk about that and how to do that when we get back next. We'll do that, and then, of course, we'll do all the weddings. We'll just take a quick break. God, this is epic. I don't want this. Give me this. Music. This for Belly.
Straight out of the set.
All right, we'll take a quick break, and then when we get back, it is the segment you've all been waiting for. Matty Potts worked a wedding. I will tell you the end of this story and how I'm off of Tinder and Bumble, and we're just going to have a blast with you guys. Remember, $100 given away to whoever leaves the best comment below the video once it's over. I guess you can leave it right now. You have all the way until noon tomorrow Eastern. Whichever one gets the most likes gets $100 at 12 Eastern tomorrow.
Pay the man, baby.
Have you ever wondered to yourself, man, what the fuck am I going to eat today? I got the answer for you right here, folks. It's Marinate Restaurant. You marinateyourlife.com. That's what you're going to do. You're going to go over there. You're going to get yourself some sliders, some bowls, some soups, some tacos, whatever it is, because you know on Tuesdays, those tacos are buy one, get one free. So head over to the Brando store on the corner of Western and Melrose and get yourself some goddamn tacos. Let's go, baby. MarinateYourLife.com. Head over there today for the best food you've never had. They do have soups. Marinate has soups.
Not going to confirm right now because he's not at his goddamn computer. I'm telling you, they don't have soups. Potts.
Pay the man, baby.
What's up, y'all? It's Maddie Mads here. This show is sponsored by TTR Studios. Whether it's weddings, parties, karaoke, audio, video production, and all your entertainment needs, call TTR Studios, LLC at 703-850-2223 or check them out at ttrevents.com. Start the show, Luch.
They don't have fucking soups, Luch.
I feel like they do. Potts, doesn't Marinade sell soups?
Not at his
or
mic
no?
right
Is he
now.
gone? Did we lose him? Damn it. Oh, it's so good. Welcome back, folks. God, we're having a blast with you guys today. What's going on in the social media lounge? Are they popping off at all? Let's say hi to them.
Send Luch to Love Connection.
I should go on like a dating game show. Hey, why don't I go on The Bachelor, Brax?
We can do it together.
The Dude Bros.
No, that means you got to be on The Bachelorette if you're going to be on The Bachelorette first, finish second. That's how you get on The Bachelor.
I don't want to compete with Brax. If I can't compete on Bumble, there's no way I can compete with Braxton on Bachelor.
Also, someone would like to point out, let's see. Also, Luch has an A+ smile and confidence, which women dig.
Hey! Now that's only because I got a boob job for my teeth. But that's very nice of you to say. These are all fake.
All fake teeth?
I got a lot of fake teeth,
every
too.
tooth you can see right now these are all implants.
Why?
Go close to me. Get my camera. I was born missing 9 adult teeth actually. So I was shooting blanks, if you will. I had the baby teeth, nothing behind them.
Nothing behind my baby
Yeah, I'm
teeth.
technically deformed. And there was like dental journals done on me. They basically pulled out 11 teeth. They pulled all my teeth to the front. And then I had 2 fake teeth. The 2 teeth that are next to the 2 front teeth were on a retainer in middle school. Right. So I could literally like take out my 2 teeth and like fuck with girls. Go, Brax.
I have 9 fake teeth.
Yeah. There you go. What?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How do you guys have all these fake teeth?
Oh, dude, my smile improved tenfold when I got them.
Sorry.
Like, I love them. Yeah. But, so then they knocked out all of these teeth. They put in 4 screws, and there's 6 teeth on the bottom hanging out of those 4 screws. So it's nuts, dude. But thank you to the very nice comment from the social media lounge. I just feel like I'm not going to meet my baby mama on Bumble, Tinder, internet, anywhere.
It's going to be speed dating for you, Luch. That's what the social media lounge suggests.
Speed dating? I would kill
dating.
that. Does that exist, Brax? Somebody find a speed dating thing. I will go to it today.
Speed dating?
There's definitely speed dating all over the place. Sure.
If you find me a speed dating thing, I will go. I will sign up for it right now on the air. Potts, take it.
I've worked at nightclubs that have hosted these, and I've never seen any that I've seen worth doing at all. I'm sure there are really good, legit ones.
Why do you say that?
I mean, I don't.
There's one like every 3 days.
Well put together, or they just just not well done and not a good pool of people. In my opinion.
So is it like Walmart clientele, Target clientele, or like Goldman and Sachs?
You get a bunch of thirsty
That's me,
people.
Potts. I'm thirsty.
Yeah, but you're at least you have parched. A career. You have a career. You're decent looking. It's like you would be a perfect candidate, not some of these numbnuts.
Belly, what did you find over there? You're balls deep in this now.
It's what I'm finding is you're never available because it's always a Saturday or a Friday.
I know, damn it. Actually, this Saturday I am free. I have no weddings. Finally, it's the only Saturday until November.
Then you have to go speed dating so we can talk about it on the show next week.
All right, we'll do it.
The only Saturday till November?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna bring this brings up this wedding.
Wait. Do you want to finish? All I was gonna say is I feel like I need to get out of my house and start going to happy hours. Start going to do stuff to meet people because I'm not going to meet them online.
You got to go to events. You should go. There's apps for this too, and like it's just lunch that sets you up on the date for you.
That's $2,000 to join. I call them. It's over $1,000 to join. Yeah, it's 4 figures to join.
What?
It's absurd.
That's insane.
It's absurd. So anyway, Potts did a wedding thing. I got to hear all about this. Potts, take it away, dude. What's going on?
Well, I mean, it was a cool wedding. I was bartending this wedding. It was a long wedding, because it was the wedding and the reception. It was these lesbians. They got married. It was at their house. Their house was dope. I mean, it wasn't big by any stretch, but they had this big front entertainment area in the front of the house and this really dope back patio with levels. And on a side note, they did the coolest thing ever. So these girls got married, and obviously I was talking to the DJ, and I was like, how do you choose which last name to pick? And he said, well, actually they both had a grandma with the same first name. We'll just say her name was Joan. So they legally changed their last name to Joan because both had it shared a grandma with the same name. How cool is that?
That's
like,
badass.
I just thought, yeah, and it's just something that had very sentimental value to them.
So they created their own like name,
their own last name. They created their own.
I actually know
name,
someone else who did that.
Yeah.
And can I say that is just the absolute way to go about a wedding? You should make it yours. So many people ask me, well, what do people do for this? And what do people? Don't ask me that. I mean, I'm happy to give you the answers, but make this yours. I got a couple I met with last night that they literally are going to legally get married a week before their wedding because they want that date as their anniversary, 8/8/18.
Right. Well, I mean, most people you legally get married before the service.
Typically, and I don't think people know that little trick. But keep going. We'll talk about that later.
Right. So the DJ, he was there, nice guy. His wedding present to the girls was he was DJing for free, I guess.
I've done that.
And I'm sitting there listening, and I got to be honest, Luch. We talked about this about a year ago, and I know you got cold feet because what you've got going on there. You need to move out to LA and be a DJ. I got to be honest. I think you are making a big mistake. I think you need to sack up. You've got really nothing holding you there. You're single and you've got this great business. You've now built up a massive reputation and all these reviews, which I'm assuming with this websites that you're on, you could still transfer to the other coast and refer back to these reviews.
You can kind of transfer them over. I did this. I started a whole LA page. I made an LA video, and then I was like, why? My parents were right. They're like, why would you leave? Like, I have no problem saying this. I pulled in 6 figures last year. I worked 52 days. Like, that's a dream, dude. That's 1 day a week. Why would you leave that?
Because you could be making so much more. Dude, okay, let me get into it.
You could be charging more out there.
These girls had a really kick-ass wedding. They had like these giant Jenga games. They had giant Connect 4. But then at some point they played bingo, and they literally passed out little bingo cards to everybody at the wedding, and their backyard was so intimate and cool, but on so many levels that literally everyone in the wedding was just playing this game, and it was like everyone was engaged, but the DJ was just a play. They literally could have just had a playlist. There was no need for him to be there whatsoever.
Let me ask you this: was he sitting? Was she sitting, or he? Was it a he or she?
Standing, but like he could have not even been there. He could have pressed play and disappeared, and no one would have known. So then they get their drunk best friend to MC the bingo game, and she tried and she made some funny jokes. But I'm just the entire time I'm sitting there and been like, if Luch was doing this, this entire thing would have been better. Yep. Like, you aren't a DJ, you're a master of ceremonies.
Thank you.
And that's the difference.
Thank
and
you.
I'm telling you, and all I could sit and think, I was like, he's making a mistake. I mean, you could be charging out the nose in LA. You're talking.
And you got a big one to fill.
And you have played. Thank you. That does deserve a touchdown. Very much. Very good.
Give him another one.
Out the nose. It could be raining.
But I'm telling you, you just get your word, because it's all your business is all word of mouth, and you get into just a couple of good weddings, and I'm telling you, you'll be doing weddings in Bel Air and Beverly Hills. You could be charging top dollar and doing a great job. I just think you're making a big mistake. So while we're doing it, last week we also talked about how, Luch was dealing with that big pain in the ass guy. And I had a similar experience that, he wasn't a pain in the ass, but Luch, have you ever had the bad joke guy? I mean, at a wedding, it's like, this was like, so I was bartending with this other guy, super nice guy, but I knew I was in trouble before the wedding even starts. Someone's trying to help out the DJ, and he's running around. He's like, I need a screwdriver. Does anyone have a screwdriver? And the bartender goes, no, but I can make you one. And I'm like, holy crap.
Yep,
right.
There it is.
So I'm like, okay, we'll let it slide. And then we're like, as the guests come in, the first person comes up and goes, hey, yeah, because we were making Moscow mules and old fashions. And he goes, can I get an old fashioned? He goes, sorry, we're out of liquor. And the person standing there, this person doesn't know if he's serious. He doesn't know if he's
that's a bad joke.
So I start to chuckle, so the guy knows that this idiot's kidding. And then it's like, oh my God, I can't deal with this all freaking day.
Time out. If you tell a joke and the person doesn't know you're telling a joke, you told it wrong.
So the better way to tell that joke is, well, I get off at about 2.
Wait, give me the setup
An
again.
old-fashioned?
Oh, there you go.
Can I get an old-fashioned? Well, I get off about 2, but if you're willing to wait.
No, I'm still going to do Sorry.
So anyway.
And then this other joke, I'm telling you, the guy kept saying it like every 15 minutes. Not 15 minutes, once an hour.
No.
But he goes, so who's the birthday girl? And it's like, because obviously we're at a fucking wedding,
right?
And it was just like, dude, and I stopped even pretend laughing at some point.
How old was this person?
Is this a bartender? How old are they? Or is this a DJ?
He's a bartender. So me and this guy were bartending next to each other. Again, nice guy, but he was like, you know, just I'm there. I can sit and flirt and be funny and rap with people all day long. But if I don't just push this up, like I'm not just gonna tell shitty jokes just to engage. Like I just won't say anything.
I don't think you need to, Potts.
The joke's got to be relevant to the conversation.
Right.
That's a crutch for somebody who doesn't know how to talk to people.
He was trying too hard, but so and again, I'm gonna go back to why I started the story. You need to quit and come out to LA. I'm telling you, you need to do it. You could be making a ton of money, and you could really not only that, but like these girls needed you, Luch. These girls needed you.
Yeah.
I worry about LA and New York. I thought about doing this. Belly, let's take what he's saying. We're in DC. It's pretty big market. It's like the 8th market as far as size goes in radio. So I mean, it's not small. I mean, it's definitely a big place.
It's the capital of our country.
Yeah, but as far as like cost of living, yes, it's high here, but it's not LA and it's not DC. It's very high.
It's high.
But it's not LA and it's not DC. And that's why he's saying you could charge so much more out here. But I wonder though, here's what I wonder. The more you charge, the more picky people get. Because you're charging so much. And they're like, dude, if I'm spending $3,000 on you, there better not have been a second that went anything different from what I planned.
Not here. People.
That's what I feel like. Am I wrong?
Money here. No, people spend money here for really no reason. People spend stupid money for no reason.
Plus, you got to pay.
With you, they're actually getting value for their dollar. So I totally think you're looking at it the wrong way.
Plus, they know, especially people are way more chill in California. It's going to be one of those things where they know you're paying boats and taxes, so they know they're paying for $3,000, but they know you're not keeping $3,000.
And I've bartended the last 2 weeks in a row, one a birthday party, which you easily, again, with a shitty DJ that had zero engagement with the crowd. He was on his phone.
That's okay. That is something that I'll tell you right now drives me absolutely crazy. If I have to look at something on my phone, I will do it in a faking way so it looks like I'm pulling up a song. Because I swear to you, that's something I learned when I was teaching. If you are in a classroom, and just imagine at all times that a parent is looking at you from outside the door, or the principal, or somebody. And what does it look like? Because you might be with a kid, and if this is your cell phone, you might be saying, "Oh, you know what's a really good question? Let's look that up real quick." And you go on your phone and you start doing this, and then the principal looks inside, and they don't have any context. That looks really bad.
Yeah, right.
That looks really bad, especially when you have a computer that you can go look it up on. So when I'm DJing, like I will never just sit here like this.
You got to be engaged.
You can't, dude. If I have to look at something on my phone, I mean, I'm seriously like balls deep in my computer, and then I'm looking at it like I'm frantic, like this.
No, you're right. Oh, that's good.
You know what I'm saying? Just because I have a text that like my dad sent me or something that I want to make sure I respond to, but I'm not going to do it like this, like just chilling.
No.
Right. That's actually a good strategy so you don't look like
the DJ sets the atmosphere, and it all starts with what he's looking like. I cannot stand when I go into a restaurant, a bar, any event, and the DJ is sitting down just chilling, and you're just like, dude. If you're sitting down, so am I then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously, like, you do more than weddings. I mean, there's so many events here, dude. And like, so the staffing company I was bartending for, their client is Patron. Like, if you got in with this staffing company that was just hiring you, and you're an add-on to their package, dude, you'd be doing boat cruises for Patron. You'd be doing this 40th birthday party of celebrity
on a Tuesday night.
You don't even know.
It's not like you're not. That's the other thing. In LA, you're not working just weekends. You could be working like every night of the week.
You guys trying to get rid of me here, or what's going on?
Party.
I mean, he's selling me.
I do feel like I have an ability to do this better than most people, and I would not say that about a lot of things. But I don't know, man. I don't really know. It's not like, I don't know anybody in LA. Who would I even know to go and talk to or plug me into the social pipeline?
I don't know if Potts knows anyone. Potts probably doesn't know anybody. I don't know why Potts would even think about helping you.
Yeah.
And we could do shows from Marinade. I could eat for free at Marinade. No, I'm just kidding.
Yep.
No, you have
all
to.
the kitchen sink wraps you want, boy.
You play an upcharge, actually.
Yeah, I'll probably get upcharged for asking for an extra mayo.
Could you not put the hot Cheetos on my my hot mess wrap?
I will come out if you put a Luch Dog on the menu. I will come out to LA. There's my deal. Potts,
right, I would do it.
Potts, you make a great idea, a great point. I appreciate you bringing it up. I mean, we like to rip on each other, but it's very nice to hear you say those things, and I appreciate you thinking about me, man. I don't know. We'll see what happens in the future. We got to get out of here. We got to give away $100. So as soon as you guys comment down below, the one that gets the most likes by 12 noon Eastern tomorrow, I will announce the winner. I will do it all over the internet, so you will know. And I will just go ahead and announce that on noon tomorrow. So get your comments down below. Head over to TTR Studios. Find the video. Today's video is called Way Too Much Cheek. You can go find that video. It is right there on our homepage. Go to the comments. Make a funny comment that had to do with our show. And whichever one gets the most likes will get $100 noon tomorrow. We got to get out of here. Potts, take it away.
I do have one more thing. At the wedding, I overserved one of the bride's moms. She threw up everywhere and passed out. That's all I've got. See you guys in a couple days, and you can kindly go fuck yourselves.
Yes. That's his best dismount yet. By far his best dismount
Stuck the landing.
Braxton Blue, say goodbye to the people, man.
See you later.
Belly, what do you got, dude?
From the social media lounge, the schnoz is your selling point, Luch. Hashtag free the schnoz.
Free the schnoz.
Also, hashtag make the schnoz sexy again. So this was the talk up episode of Luch Dog in the Morning. We appreciate you being here today. And don't worry, those numbers are just going to keep going up and up and up and up. So thank you for listening.
So pumped about it. We're just so thrilled. We finally saw something that we knew was coming, which is a massive boost in numbers. So thank you to all of you who are listening. We'll see you on Friday. From all of us here at TTR Studios, it's Luch Dog in the Morning.
At LITMradio.com.